Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into a truly epic cinematic breakdown of a clash between two absolute icons. We're looking at a scenario that, honestly, fans dream of, but kind of dread at the same time. Monkey D. Luffy going up against Roronoa Zoro. Prepare yourselves, because we're about to break down some incredibly intense sword fights, massively powerful hockey clashes, and just utter destruction.
Only the strongest warrior shall leave this island. Just imagine waking up to that eerie, echoing voice. The Thousand Sunny has been drifting through a sea covered in this incredibly thick fog. After a really long journey, the crew's fallen asleep, right? And when the morning sun finally rises, Luffy and Zoro find themselves completely alone, suddenly awaking on this mysterious rocky island.
Okay, let's dive into this. What exactly happens when an ancient curse forces a captain and his fiercely loyal first mate into a battle to the death? That's the core mystery we're unraveling in this explainer today. And the stakes? They literally couldn't be higher. This isn't just some friendly sparring match. It's the ultimate deadly test of loyalty under the most extreme pressure you can imagine.
Section 1. The Mysterious Island Curse.
So the environment here is incredibly unsettling. This thick fog has completely hidden the Thousand Sunny from view, leaving our two heroes totally isolated in this desolate terrain. And in that isolation, an ancient curse begins to cloud their minds. This is the sinister catalyst, right here. The curse basically tricks both Luffy and Zoro into believing that the other has committed the ultimate sin, betraying the crew. It's a heartbreaking setup, really, because it forces this inevitable confrontation. They're acting entirely on a false reality, completely manipulated by the island itself. And this brilliantly illustrates their true nature. Neither of them actually wants to fight, but because of the curse, they're both absolutely determined to protect their friends from the perceived traitor. You can really picture the dramatic suspense here, the raw emotion on their faces. Luffy tightens his fists, gearing up to strike. And Zoro, with just this lethal focus, slowly draws all three of his swords. The tension is absolutely palpable right before that very first strike.
Section 2. The battle begins.
The standoff shatters. No more waiting. The second they commit, that quiet, eerie atmosphere is just completely blown away by a sudden explosion of pure kinetic action. Without a moment's hesitation, Luffy stretches his arm far out and launches a blazing gum-gum red hawk. Imagine the cinematic visuals here, just roaring flames tearing through the air. But Zoro, he doesn't just block it. With incredible, almost blinding speed, he completely vanishes and instantly reappears right behind Luffy, unleashing his three-sword style, Oni Giri. The impact is so fierce, it creates a massive shockwave that instantly shatters the surrounding rocks.
Section 3. Escalating power and hockey.
Now, what's really interesting to look at here is the visual contrast. This is where things get truly wild. Neither warrior is going to hold back. The intensity ramps up with every single passing second. It honestly feels just like a massive orchestral swell in a blockbuster movie. They're pushing each other to their absolute limits, and it creates this incredible visual clash between their ultimate forms. On one side, you have Luffy activating Gear 4th Snake Man. His punches are twisting and curving through the air with impossible speed, striking at Zoro from literally every direction. And on the other side, Zoro responds with his King of Hell three-sword style. He's completely surrounded by black lightning as Conqueror's hockey just explodes from his body. It's this beautiful clash of erratic, unpredictable speed going up against an overwhelming, concentrated aura. Every single collision between Luffy's fists and Zoro's blades creates these powerful explosions that literally shake the entire island. You really have to feel the sheer kinetic scale of this fight. I mean, it's not just a sword fighting a fist, it's a monumental clash of titans. The earth-shaking destruction sends massive amounts of debris flying everywhere, constantly reshaping the whole battlefield.
Section 4. The ultimate climax.
Overhead, the very atmosphere responds to their terrifying power. Dark clouds rapidly gather, blocking out the sun, and thunder crashes across the sky. The tone completely shifts as we enter this world-breaking climax. Everything before this, that was just a warm-up. And then, Luffy smiles. He awakens Gear 5th. His hair flows wildly in pure white, and the ground beneath him literally turns into rubber. Reality itself starts bending to his imagination. Giant fists rain down from the sky. It's the stunning display of reality-bending power meeting head-on with Zoro's absolute, unyielding determination. Because Zoro, he refuses to retreat even a single inch.
Instead, Zoro focuses every single ounce of his remaining strength into one final,
devastating counterattack. He unleashes his King of Hell, Three-Sword Serpent, 103 Mercies Dragon Damnation. This is the absolute peak of the battle, a strike fueled by pure willpower, aiming right at the heart of Luffy's godlike transformation. The two ultimate attacks collide with unimaginable force. A blinding explosion completely covers the island. Mountains crack apart from the sheer pressure. Giant waves violently rise across the surrounding ocean, and incredibly, the overwhelming power released by both warriors actually splits the sky right in two. It is a reality-shattering moment of unparalleled destruction. Section 5. An Unbreakable Bond. And then, the roar of the battle just stops. A heavy, dramatic silence fills the battlefield as the dust slowly, agonizingly settles. Through the clearing smoke, we see both warriors. They're exhausted, breathing heavily, and covered in severe injuries. But both are still standing. And right then, the mysterious curse suddenly vanishes entirely. The devastating truth is revealed. This entire fight, the betrayal, the curse, it had all been an illusion. That strange voice from earlier echoes one final time across the ruins. Your friendship is stronger than any curse. The trial is complete. So the crucial takeaway of our explainer today is this exact revelation. This wasn't just a physical battle, right? It was a profoundly deep emotional test of loyalty. And despite giving it absolutely everything they had, they definitively passed. The curse could manipulate their minds, sure, but it could not overcome their underlying bond. Realizing this, what does Luffy do? He just laughs loudly and smiles. That was an amazing fight, Zoro! The catharsis here is incredible. All that tension, all the heavy life-or-death drama we just witnessed, it immediately melts away into pure brotherhood. It's a real testament to Luffy's character that he simply appreciates the incredible clash of strength they just shared. And Zoro's reaction? It's just as perfect. He calmly sheaths his swords, flashing that characteristic smirk of his. "You're still not strong enough to beat me, Captain." That quote perfectly captures their dynamic. It highlights their enduring, competitive rivalry, but underneath it all, you feel that deeply rooted, unbreakable mutual respect. Just then, the rest of the Straw Hat crew finally arrives, and they are completely horrified. Just imagine their hilarious disbelief, staring at this totally destroyed island. Nami immediately starts shouting at both of them for causing so much catastrophic damage. Sanji instantly falls right back into arguing with Zoro, just like he always does. And Luffy, he simply laughs even harder. The classic banter is fully restored. As we summarize the legacy of this incredible clash, we see the Thousand Sunny finally sailing away safely into the sunset. But behind them, that rocky island remains permanently scarred by their legendary battle. It stands as a physical monument. This is the battlefield where the future Pirate King and the future world's greatest swordsman proved definitively that absolutely no fight could ever break the bond between a captain and his first mate. Which leaves us with a final, pretty powerful question. If an ancient, mind-altering curse, one designed specifically to turn them against each other, couldn't break their bond, is there any force in the world that actually can? Think about the emotional core and the truly epic scale of what we've unpacked today. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll see you next time.